Welcome, Tanya, for the interview. Please.
Okay, my name is Tanya. I'm a fine artist and commercial artist based in Brisbane. I'm originally South African and moved over to the UK and then Australia about 15 years ago, where I work as an art director by day and a freelance artist by night. Currently my passions are directed more towards the fine arts, and this includes painting, illustration, printing, which is what I'll do for PIcasso.
Wow, perfect.
I think because I've been in an environment where I haven't been able to be creative, creativity to me is everything. I live by it, I work by it, I train and study and travel by it. So my travel has included following exhibitions around Europe. It has also included exhibiting as well as creating books and journals based on my favourite artists or my own personal work. So creativity to me is just about the production of art for sanity and love.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I see every day you work.
Every day I have a practice. Every day my morning starts 6 o'clock. I do an illustration a day, which I put on Instagram. I have two Instagram accounts. One is more fine arts based and one is more illustration based. So, at the moment it's just about doing it every day. I go to bed thinking about what I'm going to do for my next exhibition, and it's just a daily practice. Yeah. Yes, I know exactly when I made my decision that I needed to go back into art. So my original training was as a textile artist, and when I went to the UK, I worked as a non-creative in a publishing environment. And one day I finished a meeting. It was about a 4-hour meeting, and I took the minutes of the meeting that I had been writing, and I realised that the only thing that actually made sense to me were all the illustrations around the minutes to the meeting. So I realised that I had sort of put my passion aside to follow a career path that wasn't particularly something I wanted to do. So when I came over to Australia, I decided to rekindle that passion. I retrained. I'm currently studying. I've done a diploma of commercial arts as well as now I'm doing a fine arts degree. And so that was the point where I realised I was going in the wrong direction and did a big turnaround.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big awareness.
Oh, it was a big, I realised that I'd been incredibly unhappy for a very long time. So, making that decision.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so because I have that sort of commercial art background, I know exactly how I sort of go about the process of researching and creating a practice of, whether it's towards a particular goal. I have to be goal oriented because that's my background, but like every day I'm illustrating but I'm working to a particular theme. I research that theme and I speak to people and build my own philosophies based on those themes. I'm very symbolism based, which is why PIcasso does come up. So I research symbolism in history, whether it's Greek history or it's Japanese history, whatever, and then I incorporate it into my work. I think it's just about the borrowing of art, and so it's a daily practice of researching and note-taking. Massive visual diary person, lots of visual diaries.
Yeah.
So that's basically my general practice of getting ready for something in terms of everything I do has a purpose, especially in the creative fields. What is my favourite thing? When my son was born, I did a full body print. Full body. I think it was body paint. It couldn't have been body painted. It may have been acrylic or whatever. But it was this big black body print from top to toe. And in there, I then from the print I did all up. Put my tattoos back in. I illustrated back into the poster. and I believe I still have it. So it's almost 10 years on and I have it. And I found it quite an interesting experience, because not only was you painting your whole body and they're printing it, but you have this historical creation of yourself. It's not a selfie, it's not a portrait, it's your body. So that is my favorite.
It's a fingerprint.
Yeah, it's a finger. It is you.
Print.
Yeah, it's you. And I mean, I actually, it's coming up to my 10th year of having it, and I think I'm going to do another one. And then I'm thinking, every 10 years, as everything sags, I'm just going to put it back in. So that's my favorite piece. Picasso and I have a very interesting relationship. I've never disliked an artist as much as I thought I disliked Picasso. As a man, as an artist, I thought he was just spewing out chickens and naked garish women, and at that stage I realized that I had it a bit wrong. So a couple of years ago I started following Picasso, reading up on him, doing a proper study, understanding of who Picasso actually was. And through that I realized that you're just grabbing straws, you're just grabbing small parts of a person and you're not seeing them as a whole. So the reason why I decided that I did want to be involved with the Picasso exhibition is because I may not like the person, but I believe that he has changed the course of art history. So for me, after I realized that I used him in my everyday art, I started to sit back and think, okay, well actually, if I was to exhibit, what parts would I see as the most important parts of his work? Which is what I started presenting, is, the way that he saw women, the way that he saw himself. I haven't really gone the political route, but I've incorporated his techniques and his passion for being able to change parts, and that's what he did. And he was influenced by people and he changed his artwork, and we all do it. Well, Picasso, as I say, it's sort of like an evolution for me. So when I think of the word Picasso, I think of a product, which is terrible, but it is. So Picasso to me is about evolution. It's the word Picasso. There's a somberness, so I think of the word somber when I think of Picasso's work. But in the evolution is this constant need for change and drive. So for me, it's about somber, classical, exploratory, didactic, and appropriation. So this exhibition, I'm going to be exploring more Picasso's portraiture. There are going to be some still lifes, but the idea is to just present the way that he saw women, the way that he saw himself, using his wonderful techniques that he pretty much used all the way through his life. Although things evolved and changed, there were some very key techniques and methods that he used. So I'll be sort of exploring those as part of my exhibition. Small pieces, but good. Mediums I'll be using for this exhibition include ink. Ink is my obsession, my love. So something that Picasso explored very, quite a bit at the neoclassical period, for example. I'll be working with pastels and monoprinting.
Thank you very much for
Thank you very
challenge.
much. Thank you.